Alright, we're here in the third Naxxramas pug of the day. We're getting a bit exhausted, but it should be a good one. This character is my QUEENSFALL rogue, and we've got to play with this a little bit. Not do a lot of full raids with it, but so far, so good. This is really crazy, super duper good. So we should be cranking out a lot of damage with QUEENSFALL. This is the only item this character has out of, or no, that's not true. Almost the only. I have a Cowl of the Covenant. Out of Scarlet Enclave. We're running 6-piece Bone Scythe, 2-piece Death Dealer. We got Shrouded Dominion. We got Efficient Striking on the shoulder. Kai's Clasp right there. King's Fall, QUEENSFALL set bonus. This QUEENSFALL bonus, super good. Automatically refreshes the duration of my Crimson Tempest and Rupture. So I put them up once, and then they just get automatically refreshed. I never have to cast them again. Now, this raid group had a bit of, I would say, a inauspicious start. It was advertised as a hard mode 3 group, and we all got here, 30 people, hard mode 3. Raid leader says, oh, we've got 30 people, let's do hard mode 4. And I say, I just got out of a hard mode 4 pug that was miserable. I would prefer to stay hard mode 3. That was the one we did just before. It was miserable. And then, like, a couple people were like, yeah, this was supposed to be hard mode 3, you know, that's what I was looking for. But the raid leader reiterates and insists, like, oh, we're well geared, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. 5 people leave the group. At that point. And then, all of a sudden, we're back to doing hard mode 3, but with only 25 people. The tanks are on the wrong sides of this boss. I can't position behind it because it keeps spinning. What the hell, man? What the hell is going on with this boss? Jesus Christ, the tanks are on 2 different sides of the boss, and there's no armor debuff at all. Yeah, I would say inauspicious start is a good way to describe it. Right. We're looking for Slayer's Crest. Slayer's Crest is what we're looking for here. Right, we finished clearing all the trash, so we're starting up, like, the trash up to Anub'rekhan is all gone already, the trash up to Noth is gone, and the trash up to Razuvious is gone also. Okay, I got distracted and confused, okay? And I wasn't the bottom rogue. There was a rogue tank that was beneath me, okay? We'll do better next time. I didn't even press half my cooldowns because I got really distracted by the boss turning... distracted by the boss constantly turning around. Raid is giving a surprising amount of opportunity to practice using the word inauspicious. Yes. It means, not conducive to success. Right. Talents are different once you get QUEENSFALL. You're using 2 slow-ass daggers, so that shifts your damage profile more towards Mutilate and less towards Poisons and Envenoms and finishing moves. So it's beneficial to double down on that in your talents, move some points out of Slice and Dice into more ranks of lethality. We lose the Cold Blood and the Seal Fate as well. Combat talents remain the same, but then we've picked up 5 points opportunity in Subtlety right there. Right, prediction. Will Simon be top 1 rogue on Grobbulus? Question mark. Yes or no? Prediction is up. Stream prediction is up. This is going by the in-game details damage meter. I will pad on the ads as much as I possibly can to try to achieve rank 1 amongst the rogues. Just amongst the rogues. #1 rogue damage dealer for Grobbulus, okay? Just to be very clear on the rules on this prediction. In-game details damage meter, and I will be padding as much as I can. There's now 252k on yes versus 12k on no. Yeah, that's what I thought. You guys should talking me about my Patchwerk performance. Yeah, and you guys aren't doubting now when you know I'm about to be locked the fuck in. Inspect the competition? No, leave it a mystery. Max bet, don't let me down. I'll do my best. I could get the noxious debuff thing that forces me to run out of melee range of the boss. That could happen. Do I have fumigators to pad? Oh, I have fumigators. I'm gonna pad with fumigators too? I should have pre-stacked combo points on the boss while they were killing those trash mobs. That was, thing I should have done. Okay, I don't have food buff either, but it's too late to get it at this point.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Waiting for those slimes to come out so we can hit the blade flurry. No, he's moving. Gotta keep up. Evasion also. Here they are. Crimson Tempest, all of them. Fumigate them. Armor debuffs have fallen off of the boss. I repeat, there are no armor debuffs on this boss. The armor debuffs are completely gone. I didn't close the prediction fast enough, did I, huh? Okay, well, yes, top 1 on Grobbulus. There you go. I forgot to close the bet. His power level is over 9,000. 26,000 damage. Old man still got it. Yeah, boy. We still got it. Rippin gasps at me. Okay, let's see what Rippin's working with. Not QUEENSFALL? He says, I threw for points. I mean, maybe not. Maybe he's just not as good at padding as I am. How much did he pad? 54k Fallout slimes. I dealt 102k Fallout slimes. I had 71,000 Blade Flurry damage. He had only 54k. It was purely Blade Flurry. Okay, so I crimsoned and I fumigated the ads also. Was that really 50k worth of damage? What even is QUEENSFALL? Just tuned in. This dagger drops from Reborn Council in Scarlet Enclave. It is quite literally a 20% improvement to rogue damage if you get this item. It's absolutely massive. It automatically refreshes the duration of your Crimson Tempest and Rupture Bleeds, so you only have to cast them once, and then they auto-refresh the rest of the fight. Where's my lips? There we go. Didn't have them keybound, but we made it work anyways. About to get feared. Didn't get feared. Was that it? Was that a fear ward or like an insta dispel from a tremor? I think it might have been a fear ward. Oh, I didn't even Thistle Tea on the last boss. Shit, I could have Thistle Tea'd during the Blade Flurry to crank even harder. I forgot about that. Alright, Belt. Remnants of Valor, Rhyme Covered, Unholy, whatever. Me in the DPS industry refer to that as big pog damage. Yeah? Zug, 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 hug, hug. Alright, let's go. Prediction, start prediction. Will Simon be top 1 DPS on Grobbulus? Or, sorry, not Grobbulus. Thaddius. That's all classes. I'm not saying top 1 rogue anymore. Just all classes. Mages tend to go kind of cuckoo on this boss. I don't know how other classes like scale into it very well. I don't know which side I should go. I feel like I should go this side. I feel like our physical damage, based on that Gluth. Maybe look at the Grobbulus. Physical damage seems to be very strong in this group. So whichever side normally has the casters, which I would say is normally the left side, is going to need some help. Odds left, evens right. That actually divides it nicely also, because Rippin is over there. We may have to throttle a little bit. Let me get a food buff. Pyramage Ignite does Giga Dam. Yeah. Okay, this time for sure I'm closing the prediction before the pull timer when the pull timer goes out, okay? I'm not going to scuff it again. Simon is my favorite Warlock streamer. Thank you. I try my best. Like, Warlock's one of my favorite classes. I play it all the time. Odds left, evens right. Yep, okay. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Group 1, Group 3. Yeah, okay, we got Rippin. You're supposed to go left. We need to divide. If Rippin, if me and you and Berdolo are all on the same side, there's no way this goes well. No shot. Is it pasta time? Probably have pasta for dinner. I like almost always have pasta for dinner. Pasta's pretty good. We're locked into one more Naxxramas raid though. Then I'll be done streaming for the day after this. This is our third Naxxramas. We did back-to-back-to-back Naxxramas. 3 in a row. Okay, closing prediction for Thaddius.
5, 4, 3.
We gotta lock in and we gotta pump now. Okay, that's what we gotta do. Alright, is this guy's damage fucked? Yeah, we have to slow Fugan. He says as he hits 2 more abilities on Fugan. I mean, I'm not gonna scuff the group for this. I'm gonna do it right. There we go. Okay, negative left, positive right. We're gonna recast Rupture and Crimson Tempest when we get our polarity charge. We're actually just not even going to cast the Rupture right now at this point. Left, positive right. Activate cooldowns. Oh, I was supposed to Blood Fury in that snapshot too. Oh well, doesn't matter that much for this build. Would matter a lot for a Saber Slash, but this is Mutilate. Here comes a shift. Still on positive. Armor debuffs have fallen off the boss. I'm getting the feeling that maybe these armor debuffs are only getting applied by the Shadow Priest. And literally the warriors are griefing themselves by not even putting the armor debuff up. This is bad for me, because with the more mutilate-focused build, the armor debuffs are extremely important, because we're way more physical damage focused. Negative side. Come on. We did it. Was it cheeky to do the fire protection potion into Fumigator at the end? Sure, it was a little bit cheeky. But we made it. Let's see. The only tank piece we're missing is the ring, I believe, according to my chart. Too much faith in the mage. It was misplaced. Are they changing? Oh, shit. Eye of Diminution. Headpiece. We don't really care about any of the loot that drops prior to Sapphiron. Rogue's griefing by not applying Sebaceous Poison. Look, I can't. I don't have improved exposed armor. See, 0 out of 2. It's way, way, way worse than 5-stack Sunder. There's just nothing I can do about it. I'm locked in because of the talent. I can't.
I've been too long without food.
I feel like a rogue tank should probably have that, though. Yeah, let's see. Choose outcome. Will Simon be top 1 on Thaddius? Okay, let's just do it again on Anub. Top 1 DPS on Anub. I'm just gonna put it up for 1 minute, because we're probably pulling it really quickly. So, predictions up, 60 seconds. This is, again, all the damage padding counts. This is details in-game damage meter. Okay? I will Blade Flurry. I will Crimson Tempest the ads. All that's gonna happen. I will Spurg out of control if the tank does not tank the ads on top of the boss. Surely the Boomkin tops. I mean, we got 8,000 points on yes, only 420,000 points on no. Maybe I didn't give you guys enough time on this prediction. I thought they were pulling much sooner than apparently they're dropping a summoning portal. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, run. It makes the blood pump faster.
Dodge the Impale. We have Crimson on the ads. No, the Warrior is destroying me. He must have the Giga Cleave set. This happened the first raid we did today. Yeah, the first raid we did today. The Warrior is absolutely Giga wrecked on this fight. Cleave, 53% of damage output. Yeah, unlucky. Warrior's strong. Warrior strong. Loot some Remnants of Valor. Let's move on. Will Simon be top 1 DPS on a noob? The answer is no. Did I at least win the Anub'rekhan damage meter? I did. I did more boss damage than anyone else. Barely beating out the warrior. Just by the thinnest margin beating out the warrior. But I said we're going by details meter, so we go by details meter. This thing cleaves. You gotta go behind it. Do not want to be in front of that big monster. Touch of Frost necklace. Who cares? No, I've threat. Vanishing. I'm not gonna get killed on trash and lose my world buffs. Not like all these people. I'm not like them. Oh, let's double check. The reserves are probably pretty locked in now. How are we looking on Slayer's Crest? I've got 3 rolls against... This guy's not in the raid anymore. Diagam. Again, 3 out of 5 rolls, it looks like. This guy's called Goth Shami, but he signed up as Feral. I think it's Goth Druid. And they may have entered their soft reserve wrong. Because, like, the character name is wrong. But it says Feral. So I'm a little bit confused on that one. But yeah, I mean, either way, we have above 50% chance to win it if it drops. They are a shaman, feral spec. Yeah, but there's no shamans named anything similar to that in the raid. Alright, let's peep what the other rogues are doing that are chasing me on the damage meter. Rippin. Oh, we looked at Rippin's gear already. 2-piece Death Dealer, Kagis, 6-piece Bone Scythe, Veiled Shadows, Dream Eater. He's got Slayers already. I don't. Ooh, Leggings of Catastrophe. There you go. There's some Scarlet Enclave stuff. Leggings, Sabaton's helmet. Yep. And Berdolo also doing some pretty good damage. Let's peep him. He's got the Didgeridooer. Ooh, that's a good trinket. That is a very good trinket. Then he's 3-piece Veiled Shadows, Kagis, Bone Scythe. Yep. All right, so we each have 1 piece of Scarlet Enclave gear. My piece of Scarlet Enclave gear is better than their pieces of Scarlet Enclave gear. My piece of Scarlet Enclave gear is the single best piece of Scarlet Enclave gear that a rogue can get, and it's frankly not even remotely close how good QUEENSFALL is for a rogue. So am I carried by gear? Yes. Yes, that's the answer. Where are we going? We're going to Faerlina? We're going over there. I think we're going to Faerlina.
Your old lives.
Oh, we should switch this to Speedstone, and we should switch the offhand to Elemental Stone, because the next 2 bosses are not undead. We can also switch into Cowl of the Covenant, and then forget to switch back to 6-piece Bone Scythe later. So this will be, you know, small damage upgrade for this boss, and then we'll just get completely dumped on the next undead boss, because I won't remember to flip it back on. What does the Kingsfall / Queensfall set bonus do? So the Queensfall itself has a not set bonus, but just the Queensfall has the effect to automatically refresh the duration of your Crimson Tempest and Rupture. So you set them up once, and then just get auto-refresh the rest of the fight. That's basically what it's doing. The set bonus, where you have both of them, is damaging finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point to restore 20 energy. So it's like Dream Eater, but twice as much energy as Dream Eater. So it's extremely strong. Dream Eater is the dagger the other two rogues are using. They're using Dream Eater, Dagger of Veiled Shadows. Incoming. Speaking of Scarlet Enclave weapon sets, I got the one-hand sword from Voss, but still haven't even seen the partner sword drop from Balnazar. I feel you, man. On my tank rogue that needs those swords too, we reserve both the swords and the Will of the Mountain mace from Mason the Echo, just trying to get any kind of weapon we possibly can. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row, none of them drop. No agility sword, no strength sword, no mace. 2 weeks in a row. Unlucky. Hayden Mazak says, hello, been watching the YouTube first stream. Keep it up, man. Thank you. Hope you've been enjoying the YouTube, and welcome to the live stream. This is where the magic happens, you know? In our 40-man raid, I soft reserved Will of the Mountain, says Bad Gerbil, and we went 2 out of 8. I feel your pain.
5, 4,
40-person raid,
2, 1.
You cannot hide
and you
from
didn't.
me.
Oh no, that is unfortunate. No armor debuffs on the boss yet.
You have failed.
Pretty high on the threat meter. I think I'm gonna vanish that threat off. Not winning on this one? Shit. Am I not ad padding enough? This'll T used. Boss moving so much. Shit. We did not win. Okay, what do we got loot-wise? Anything good? I'm just kidding. This boss can't drop anything good. Okay, Rippin did 1.18 million. I did 1. We just straight up lost. Okay, we just straight up lost. Can't even cope about doing more boss damage. Basara's DPS. How did he not do that much damage? Wasn't he? Did he die or something? Like, what? What happened here? Was he not paying attention? He was pumping before dying? He died twice, in fact, on that fight. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Pumped too close to the sun. Does the QUEENSFALL, KIngsFALL combo refresh thingy work like how Cut to the Chase? It refreshes them whenever you get a critical strike with a backstab, mutilate, or saber slash. That's how it refreshes them, which that's just going to happen all the time. So it's, you know, it just refreshes them. You know, you don't have to, when I explain it, I don't explain that detail because it's just like, that's going to happen all the time. It just works, yes. Although, notably, it does not work with Main Gouge and Sinister Strike builds. Because it does not trigger, that refresh does not trigger off of Main Gouge or Sinister Strike. Okay? So when your tank rogue tells you that they need QUEENSFALL for their tanking set, tell them to shove it and that they're stupid. Okay? Not an item for tank rogues. And if they try to tell you about how they're Saber Slash tanking for the parse or something, they're also stupid. Tell rogues that even if they don't mention, you just tell rogues that they're stupid all the time is what you're saying. Mutilate tanking, though? Yeah, the last time I looked at numbers for Mutilate tank, it was deal 1,000 more DPS, take 50% increased damage. That seems like a terrible trade for a tank. That seems really bad. Oh, shit. Okay, we're going on these guys. Oh, I can't believe how much more chill and relaxing and fun this raid is compared to the last raid. The last raid was hard mode 4, and I stupidly volunteered to tank for most of the run. And then I was fighting with the other tank who wanted to be the main tank, but, like, the raid leader told me I was the main tank, so I was trying to tank, and this other guy was just, like, fighting threat off of me constantly. And, like, then we wiped, and it was hard mode 4, and then eventually it was hard mode 3, and then the other raid also had some classic pug behavior of, like, the Claw the Frostworm dropped from Sapphiron, right? It's a good weapon for a Saber Slash rogue. It's not really that useful for a lot of other builds. We had a Mutilate rogue roll main spec on it. And we had 2 ranged hunters roll main spec on the Claw of the Frostworm as well. And the rogue exclaimed that he plays 2 different specs. So he has 2 different main specs. That's why he rolled main spec on a claw weapon while being a Mutilate rogue. And it's like, I think he missed the concept of main spec. I just feel like I was the dumb bitch for rolling off spec on it, and I should have just rolled main spec on it also. You know, I feel like I screw myself over by being honest in pugs with my main spec and off spec rolls, and like, no one, like, I brought it up to the raid leader, and they're like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that, and it's like, yeah, of course, I didn't really expect. Alright, it's Maexxna a time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No armor debuffs. City, let's go. Max melee range. Okay, we're in position now. Blade Flare is up. Venomous Totem is up. Venomous Totem might not be that good anymore on this with the slower weapons now that we're shifted a bit away from poison damage. I'll have to check that against some other trinkets.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Vanish the web spray. So we sit at maximum melee range, and then we wait till like just a moment after the timer hits 0, then we hit Vanish. And being at maximum melee range gives you a bigger time window to hit that Vanish successfully. If you're much closer to the boss, it's significantly harder to hit that properly and Vanish the web spray and not get stunned. Yo, where's that damage coming from?
4,
It's like the mechanic thing. Spider wing mechanic. Do not have another Vanish for this one, unfortunately. Although we are cranking the boss. That's pretty good. Probably not slice and dicing here. Yeah, because the boss is almost dead. Okay. What do we got? Glove. Glove, Maexxna's Fang, Remnants of Valor, no Kiss of the Spider. There's Crystal Webbed Robes. A lot of people like Kiss of the Spider as a trinket. Like other classes and stuff. What are Remnants of Valor for? You can exchange them for the Shoulder Enchants, the Shoulder Souls, these things. You also use them to rank up your Seal of the Dawn buff for being more powerful within Naxxramas. Thought your rogue was male or second rogue. This is actually third rogue. And our third Naxxramas of the day. Oh, they're saving Military Wing for last. That worries me because, man, Military Wing is the hardest. And it's the worst when you wipe on 4 Horsemen because it's such a long run back. No, I always loot my Remnants of Valor because I like being able to just switch my shoulder enchants whenever I want. So if I have a huge supply of Remnant of Valor, I can just cash them in for a bunch of extra shoulder souls. And then, like, I just put a bunch of these in my bag and I can switch it up when I feel like it. Alright. DPS prediction for Noth. How about it? Prediction, star prediction. Will Simon be top 1 DPS on Noth? Question mark. Yes or no? I'll put 2 minutes on the clock. Prediction is up. Am I ready? I'm food buffing. I said I was ready, but that was actually a lie. Oh, wait. Bone Scythe Helmet. So we have 6-piece activated now. And Consecrated Sharpening Stone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Glory to the Master!
Okay, I'm spamming my buttons, and now the prediction is, like, not available. Okay, I have to close this prediction somehow. I can't close the prediction mid-fight. I would lose too much pump.
Rise, my soldiers! Rise and fight once more!
Alright, we cranked it. Will Simon be top 1 DPS on Noth? Yeah. Yeah, we will. Ooh, I need to keybind the limited invulnerability potion for Heigan. We can use it to prevent us getting teleported into the secondary room and losing all of our damage output. Did we also do most boss damage, or was it pad? 1.19 million? Yeah, we actually owned. We did most boss damage and most overall damage. So this character, we also want to run a Temple of Ahn'Qiraj to try to get the Ring of Qiraji Fury. Would be a really good upgrade for us. The Band of Unnatural Forces is also really good. That drops in this instance, but there were a lot of other people on the Band of Unnatural Forces, so, like, if we put a soft reserve on it, it wouldn't even... You know, it'd give us a very small chance to get it. So I felt like we just, you know, double down on the Slayer's Crest. And just go with that. Best Helm Rune for Rogue leveling. Not many of them really do a lot. Your leveling is basically just going to be spamming backstab. So, yeah, you can, focus attacks is going to be a good choice. Or, if you have a really fast offhand weapon, like 1.4, or maybe 1.5 speed, or faster. There's not a lot of 1.3s while you're leveling. Well, whatever. 1.4, 1.5. Combat potency could do you very well also. Oh, they're going? Yo, no! Friggin' mushroom shit. Damn. Thought we did pretty good. We just didn't crank enough to win. Where are he going? Oh, he's going to get the frozen rune. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Remember when QUEENSFALL dropped and I passed it to you? Good times. Upgrade. I'm pretty sure that wasn't you, Upgrade, but I might be misremembering. I could be wrong. Wait, now Captain Stab's saying they're the one that passed it to me? I also don't think that was the case. And only one person passed QUEENSFALL to me. It was Yay Dog. Okay? Remember when QUEENSFALL dropped and I passed it to you, says Chef Bob? No, it definitely wasn't Chef Bob, okay, that passed it to me, okay? I know that for sure. Hi, this is Nay Dog. No, not Nay Dog. Yay Dog. Oh, no, I don't have... Shit, I don't have sprint right now? Alright, were there any directions on who gets what spore? I don't think so.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We gotta look for it, and we gotta run. Go, 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 go. Nope. No sprint. I'm cooked. Where's the next one gonna be? Same place? Yep, same place. Nope. We should stop trying. I think I should just go in the corner and give up. It's not even worth it, man. We needed sprint to get that first one. Now that we don't have the first one, it's like it's not worth trying to go off. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't think a lot of people really recognize this. How much damage you lose every time you go off the boss to try to get a spore. You lose a lot of damage. It costs you a lot to go off the boss to try to get a spore. And it's so painful when you go off the boss to try to get a spore and then you don't get a spore. Like, now there's just not enough time left in the fight. Like, must have sprinted on Heigan, going into Heigan, perhaps? Dude, like, if we just didn't even try to get a spore, we'd probably be in number 3 position right now instead of number 4. We're pretty close to number 3 without getting a spore, and we had that damage downtime. That gave us no return. Unnatural ring did not even drop.
And I will banish your souls.
Alright, last wing is military wing. Cleared up to Razuvious already, so we can skip all that. Would you use Honor Among Thieves if off-tanking? Just trash? Yeah, when I'm tanking, I'm pretty much... wait, hold on. So Honor Among Thieves is like your normal go-to rune, like, almost all the time. But then if you're doing, like, Fan of Knives spam on trash, then you switch it to focused attacks. Focus attacks is what you want to combo if your, like, primary thing you're doing is spamming Fan of Knives. Which I do that sometimes in Scarlet Enclave. And then next week, because we got the glove token this week, or in Naxxramas, the previous run, we got the glove token. We're now going to be able to run 4-piece Bone Scythe to drop the Blade Flurry cooldown to 1 minute, and 4-piece Dusk Wraith, which makes Blade Flurry hit 3 targets, and gives it 10% more attack speed, and gives it additional cooldown reduction whenever you do combo points. So our trash tanking setup is going to be wild. It's going to be out of control how good it is. Because we're just going to Blade Flurry like every pull, spam Fan of Knives. The Blade Flurry is going to duplicate all the main hand hits of Fan of Knives onto 2 different targets, and it's going to be insane. It's going to be so good. What's the King's and QUEENSFALL set bonus do? Let me read it. Damaging finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point to restore 20 energy. So that's the same effect as Dream Eater, but it's twice as much energy. And it's attached to a higher quality item. 2-piece tier 2 to use Fan of Knives. To make it really good as a tank, yes. So my plan would be to put that effect on the shoulder, because I wouldn't have enough armor slots to run 4 Dusk Wraith, 4 Bone Scythe, and 2 tier 1. So that effect just moves onto the shoulder. Isimagan69 says, if you could change the skins on your weapons to giant sausages that shoot mustard as poison effects, would you do it? Can't change back. Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, I don't have to think about that for very long. That would be hilarious. Toasted, is the extra energy noticeable? I would say yes. I mean, with this build, you lose Seal Fate, and you invest more in Mutilate talents. So you're doing... You end up doing more Mutilates and less finishing moves, so your energy economy, like, is weakened. So the extra energy here really helps you maintain that rotation with more frequent Mutilate casts. 2 more to change... Oh, they're trying to change the crystal. Whoopsies. Gorgon and Greaves says they're both on their way. Okay, never mind. We don't have to do that. You just have QUEENSFALL, but no KINGSFALL. Yeah, if you have a QUEENSFALL, you're equipping it. And then, I don't know, you're probably Dream Eatering. I would guess off the top of my head, but I'm not sure. You'd probably Dream Eater offhand and then Efficient the shoulder. That might be too much energy. Maybe you just Veiled Shadows 3-piece. I don't know. Oh, no. That would be good. That would be good. You should do that. Yeah. Dream Eater offhand. Because you're not getting the KINGSFALL, QUEENSFALL bonus in that setup. How's the dagger set? Extremely strong. Very good. Loving it. Alright. 5 bosses left. The boss we care about is number 4 in that sequence. Ready check initiated. What are we talking about? We going? It says butthole, you can start any time. Oh, that's the name of our priest. Yeah, that makes sense. The priest is named Butthole. Okay.
Show them no mercy.
Taunt it, please. Taunt it. They're not taunting it. No armor debuffs on the boss. It's okay, we don't need Sunder armors. Swear to God, these other rogues that don't have QUEENSFALL have a more poison-oriented build, so they get punished less for there not being armor debuffs on the boss. God. Please. 5th Sunder achieved at 24% boss health. 3 warriors in the raid. God damn it. Alright, what do we get? Idol of Longevity, Girdle of the Mentor, Splinter of Atiash, Sabaton, Sandal, Remnants of Valor. Let me get these Remnants of Valor. 3 rogues, no EA. Yeah, but, like, I don't have the talent, bro. I don't have the talent. It would literally be significantly worse than a 5-stack Sunder if I tried to apply Exposed Armor right now. Okay? It'd be way worse. Should have just run IEA. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Discord, there's a post in the FAQ channel about gearing up a fresh character with all the fast and fresh things you can do. Let me see if I can get a link. I'm working on it on the other monitor. These mobs always just kill melees, so I stand out of them anyways. Copy message link. Here you go. There's a link to the message. If you're already on the Discord, clicking that link will take you right to the post that has all the stuff you should do as a fresh 60 or returning player. Step 1, ratting into Naxx hard mode 4. Do less damage than the tank, loot the Slayer's Crest. GG. we gonna die? Nope. I need luck for our raid tomorrow that QUEENSFALL drop. Well, I can't guarantee anything, Seep and Set. But good luck. It'll drop for sure. You just have to believe. God, is Gothik the most boring boss of all time? Is there a boss that's more boring than Gothik the Harvester? We come up with one? Let's think about it together for a moment. Gothik the Harvester, long trash waves, you AFK, Kel'Thuzad phase 1. Yeah, but in Kel'Thuzad, you get payoff at the end, because, like, when the boss comes out, it's actually kind of interesting. With Gothik, you don't even get, like, a good payoff at the end, because when the boss comes out at the end, it's still boring. General Vezak's hard mode, Ulduar, yo, true, that's like a 9-minute encounter where you sit there with a 3-point kick rotation, and if one person misses a kick 8 minutes in, you forcibly wipe the raid, do the 10-minute run back, and then restart the 9-minute encounter. That's actually, yeah, General Vezak's, yeah. Holy, that one is not good. Alright, yeah, that's a boring one. Oh yeah, the other part about General oh my god. The best part about General Vezak's is, you know, you get the ad to spawn 8 minutes 30 seconds in, and then a caster rips threat on the ad. And then you wipe because of that. Because they get big bonus damage, and they refuse to throttle their damage output. Yep, that happens too. Let's see, odds left, evens right. I am in a odd group currently, so I'm here. Sounds horrible. Glad I skipped Ulduar. Look, Ulduar had its ups and downs. I think Ulduar was the first, like, genuinely difficult raid introduced in the classic, like, timeline. Maybe Sunwell. But Ulduar was, like, super duper hyped up. But they made it too hard. I mean, I don't know if they tweaked the difficulty level of it when they re-released it in, what was it, 2021? Or whatever year that was? No, it couldn't have been that long ago. Right. I think when they make classic PvE content hard, you just lose players. I think the majority of people playing Classic are not here to overcome difficult PvE challenges. They want some chill shit to just, like, log in, vibe, blast some bosses, pump some DPS, collect some loot, and have a good time without exerting a lot of effort. And I think that's an okay thing to want. And then every time Scarlet Enclave comes out, and you wipe for 6 hours on Beatrix, then, then you're getting an extremely different experience that is not enjoyable.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Foolishly you have sought your own demise. Brazenly you have disregarded powers beyond your understanding. You have fought hard to invade the realm of the
Alright, Gothik the Harvester. We wiped on this boss in our last raid. It was rough. We had to do this stupid 5-minute trash segment twice. It really was disheartening. But yeah, that's what I think kind of happened, like, with Ulduar, is it was very hyped, and then people found out that it was actually, like, more difficult than they wanted, and you can see the player numbers logging in week after week of Ulduar. it took a sharp dip. It really, like, it spiked up because everyone was hyped, and it just downward trend after that. Of the people wanting to log in and do Ulduar again. It's just mad long. Yeah, also, it is mad long. Takes a long time. I wonder if we have week 3 Scarlet Enclave numbers on Ironforge.pro yet. The week 2 numbers were almost identical to the week 1 numbers. Let me see if I can get this. Classic Sod, all selected realms. Here we are. Alright, so... that's the week before Scarlet Enclave. This is... 14, 8 to 14. This is the week of Scarlet Enclave. This is week 2 Scarlet Enclave. So they don't have the full week 3 numbers yet. Whoopsies. Alright. Back to doing Gothic trash. Ulduar phase also lasted like 8 months. Hang on, let me go back. I can get this. Cataclysm, all realms. This was the Ulduar. This is the release of Ulduar right here. And it lasted to here. And you can see it's just a decline. Constant decline. Of fewer players logging in the week after that. And then you can look at Trial of the Crusader, which is fast and easy in comparison. Much more steady. Much more steady. Players like logging in for fast and easy fun. That's what I would say. Willied says, I got Kingsfall last night after months. Well, congratulations, Willied. Very cool. So you're gonna get your Queensfall now to go with it? Are we Gothicing yet? We're about ready to Gothic, right? Nope, never mind. Zelda Ranger, hello. How are you today? Posted says I was in a Naxxpug, 2 Kingsfall dropped, and you rolled a 9. And you lost to a melee hunter, probably? Well, what classes are we losing to here, Toasted? Near the gate, everyone but tanks. Yep, that's how you want to do it. What you want to do. Warlock tank is in the good position.
Now you face the harvester of souls.
I think maybe I give it too much time before putting up the slice and dice. Like, maybe I shouldn't prioritize these bleeds that much. Really delays the activation of slice and dice when I open on these bosses. Frick. Oh, I'm losing that Crimson Tempest. And the poison. There we go. Sandals, Sadist Collar. Okay. Lost to a hunter and another rogue? Yep, of course.
We've got company.
I saw what probably the most cursed loot screenshot or loot story I've heard about Scarlet Enclave so far is a rogue losing Kingsfall to a hunter who was Prioed Ashbringer and needed the Queensfall to use until they got Ashbringer.
I do hope they stay alive long enough for me to introduce myself.
It's No Hit Jerome's birthday today. Okay, well, if he's live streaming on his birthday, we'll send him a raid. I'm gonna be done after this Naxxramas. This is my third Naxxramas in a row today. I don't know if I said that a couple times. I'm losing it, okay? 3 in a row? Too much. Would leave that guild ASAP? Yeah, dude, it's not good. Insta G-Quid into Reddit rant? Yeah. What's professions recommended? Crit, you can really do whatever you want. Engineering gets access to some, a reusable Nitro Boost. Everyone else gets a consumable version of Nitro Boost. But for the most part, professions do not have character power linked to them, aside from that one engineering thing, like having a reusable version rather than a consumable version. So you can largely just do what you want profession-wise. 9:30 EST. Oh shit. We're probably gonna be done before that happens. Yeah, look, we're about to kill 4 horsemen, then Sapphiron, then Kel'Thuzad, and when Kel'Thuzad is dead, I'm done streaming. Ooh, we're gonna get ghouls and those guys. Wait, hold. Distract. Saved the group. Maybe. Stun this thing. Perfect. Look at that. They didn't overlap at all. Oh, I'm death coiled. Ooh, we got the Spirit of Naxxramas. I'm gonna stun the shit out of this mob. Okay, nice. What? We need you in a Nax 40 GTKP on Era after this? How real is that offer? Because I do have a Naxxramas geared character with 28,000 gold. Ooh, I don't think I have any world buffs on him. Probably don't have... Why is the door closed? Okay, never mind. They just opened it. Probably don't have any world buffs on him. And there's no world buff consumables in Classic Era. Alright, food buff. Refreshed all the world buffs. You're saying to pull the totems in, but your daddy is not pulling the totems in. Your daddy's strength is still over there. Did I make that weird enough? Ooh, he just did it. In the nick of time, too. Look at that. The patrol's coming. Alright, do I have shadow protections on me? Nope. We can fire protection, though. That's alright. We can Greater Mark of the Dawn. It's also alright. Just don't look at camera while saying it. Agathon says, do you think Scarlet Enclave is too hard, especially with the nerfs this week for the typical SOD player?
5,
Yes.
4, 3,
Yes.
2, 1.
Yo, what is going on? Bro, I wish there were Sunder armors in this group. There aren't. It's just too much to ask for. Ooh, I burned my sprint at a bad time, actually. I burned my sprint on the run-in. I should have been saving it for the run from Mograine to Blammo. Alright, our DPS is going to be scuffed because we're going to have way less uptime because of not having that sprint. Wish it was IEA in this group. Yeah, that'd be crazy too if there was exposed armor. That'd be crazy. I can't do it though because I don't have the talent, you know. Wait, someone... I think someone might have misclicked and pressed Sunder. Yeah, that was probably a misclick. Okay, there probably won't be any Sunders. I don't think anyone's gonna misclick on Blammo. Yo, Ampy coming in with a raid. Ampy, thank you. I saw you raid lead that fire mob pull with the trash mobs. I gotta say, I was very impressed. Only losing 2 people on that was crazy. Thank you so much for the raid, Ampy. I hope you had a wonderful stream today. Big props for very, like, calm, collected raid leading in Blackwing Lair with that fire mob pull. That was good work.
Who's next?
We are not going to be on that much longer. This is our 3rd Naxxramas of the day in Season of Discovery, but I am pumping with QUEENSFALL. This is the new dagger out of... Hang on, I'm about to die to the 5th mark. Big pog damage. Hang on. See if I can get away. Okay, I didn't die. Right. Okay, we're in a safe spot now. I got a little distracted. QUEENSFALL automatically refreshes your Crimson Tempest, automatically refreshes your Rupture. Set bonus with Kingsfall gives you 20 energy with each finishing move. It's giga powerful. It's like literally a 1 item 20% damage upgrade for rogues. So I'm very happy I've got that. Yeah, very happy. And we're working on, we want to get Slayer's Crest. That's the goal here. Slayer's Crest off of Sapphiron, which we're going to go to right after this boss, okay? Agathon says, glorp, glorp here. This is clearly unacceptable, Carl. Make him stop, Carl. I don't know who Carl is. Cold Ramen Gaming, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for 3 months of support. I really appreciate that. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Says, grats on the dagger. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You have seen nothing. The frozen heart of Naxxramas awaits you.
Melee Zuggin too hard. S-bolted. Okay, we like slightly stopped paying attention to what was going on. It's okay, it's Sapphiron time now. Do 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 do. I had a thought to like spread out the Naxxramas content across the week, you know. But then I just did 3 back. This was like an impromptu 3 Naxxramas day. Wasn't really planning ahead, but like we got out of the first Naxxramas and there was another Naxxramas pug forming, so we just hopped into that one. And then at the end of that one, there was just another pug forming, so I was like, fuck it, we'll just hop into this one too. Hat change request. Okay. That's what we do here. We change hat a lot, and we play rogues in Season of Discovery. And a little bit in Hardcore too. When OnlyFangs was like doing their main thing. I was playing alongside Ampy in some of the Molten Cores and the first Blackwing Lair. Right, let's get a stream prediction for Slayer's Crest. Start prediction. Will Simon win Slayer's Crest? Okay, it has to both drop and I have to win the roll. Okay, this is a long shot prediction. Just because... Oh, Leggings of the Apocalypse? Oh, never mind. Okay, some people need it. Main spec. I think I don't have that item. Yeah, I don't have it on this character. Should probably... Yeah, oh well, whatever. I was not paying attention. Maybe we could have used that. I don't know. either way is not that important. I wasn't like prepped or ready. All in, no win, make me rich. There's 113,000 points. Oh, okay, here's an important bit of information. Here's the soft reserves. We have 3 rolls on Slayer's Crest. This guy is not in the raid anymore, so we're 3 out of 5 total rolls, I believe. Okay, so if it drops, we're 60% to win it. But it has to both drop and win the roll, so I think overall we're talking like 10% chance or sub 10% here. Because I'm estimating it's like 20% to drop. Maybe a little less than that. It dropped in the last run. You know. So it's going to drop in this run too. Is Naxx dropping reels? No. No. No Tarnished Undermine reels in Naxxramas. You've been too lucky lately. It's not going to drop. You know, to be fair, we did 2 other Naxxramases today, and we actually got good loot in both of them, which is not the expected outcome. So, like, if we got good loot in this one too, that'd be kind of crazy. You know, it would be the hat trick, the 3-fer, the 1-2, the 3-peat. Any Gressel in the chat? Dropped in run number 1, which was not the character that I actually needed Gressel on. I needed Gressel on the character that went to run number 2, unfortunately. What does the SR competition look like? Stranger the Myth, we're 60%. We're 3 out of 5 total rolls. Okay. Well, Basar is dead. So does that mean they can't roll on it if they don't live through the boss? I think that's what that means. I read that somewhere, that if you get cleaved on pull, you don't get to roll on your loot on the boss. Right? Right? So now we're 3 out of 4 instead of 3 out of 5, you know, assuming that rule is in place. I don't think that's actually a rule. I was just, you know. Alright, so during the air phase, you can't auto-attack, so I don't need to refresh Slice and Dice. But I can keep doing my other abilities. Just cranking Big Dam. Doing the Frost Breath.
5, 4,
We can crank a little bit more.
2,
And then hide.
1.
Then we go back to cranking. We're also having a hard time in this group because no one likes pressing Sunder Armor, and none of the rogues spec'd into Expose Armor. They don't like pressing Expose Armor either. But the thing is, when you're doing Pug raids, players might not be playing optimally. They may be like hard griefing by not putting armor debuffs up or whatever. But as long as the bosses are dying, my point of view is don't rock the boat. Don't like get on someone's case about like doing or not doing something. If the bosses are dying, you know, just keep going with what's happening. Change hat request. All right. Closing prediction as soon as this boss dies, which is very soon. And submission, what are we talking about loot-wise? Might of the Scourge already rolling out. Restrained Essence. Slayers! Okay. Okay. We're 60% now. It dropped.
Serve me so faithfully. Soon all will serve the Lich King, And in the end,
Okay.
you shall be rewarded.
Okay, Slayers.
So long as you do not.
We have 3 rolls on Slayers out of 5.
I foresee no
Okay?
complications.
There's no way the 1Xers beat me. It's not possible.
Your security measures have failed. See to
It
this
cannot
interruption
have. That's actually some of the most insane loot. We got Restrained Essence and Slayer's Crest. That's really good. And the physical DPS enchant. Slayer's Crest. Here we go. 35, 36, 100! Let's go! 100! Slayer's Crest! Yes, dude! We did it. We did it. Believers rewarded. Today is my day. 3 back-to-back Naxxramas, getting good loot in every single one. Let's go. Prediction. Choose outcome. Will Simon win the Slayer's Crest? Yes, I will. Streamer client purchase completed. Oh, man. Let's go. We won a Shrouded Dominion earlier today, too. That was one of the other good items we got. Let's go. That's so good. I ain't trading that to anyone. That's locked in. Alright. Alright. Never seen better Saf loot. Let's scroll up. Let's review what was the Saf loot. Shroud of Dominion also. Desirable physical DPS cape. So we got Restrained Essence, Slayer's Crest, Shroud of Dominion, Resilience, and Might of the Scourge. I don't know why Might of the Scourge isn't mentioned there. Alright. Thawar with a change hat request. Alright. Boom.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of Kel'Thuzad.
Avener says, Grats, Uncle Simon. Thank you. Oops, excuse me. Wow, I just had a hiccup. Thank you. Toe Tags, who was doubting, by the way, on the prediction, says, Grats. I forgive you for doubting on the predictions, Toe Tags. Randomore says, F me, I did 100,000 points on doubt. Forgiven losing their points, too. Yeah, that's the way it is when you doubt. Yep. Let's go. Doubting is just a smart investment. Yeah, but, I mean, sometimes the believers get rewarded. I love it when I got 1,000,000 channel points riding on a ZG mount, and then it actually fucking drops. Alright, so this is, obviously, this is phase 1 of Kel'Thuzad. It's incredibly boring. So we're just waiting for Kel'Thuzad to activate. What do you think is going to happen on Kel'Thuzad? Anything interesting? Like Gressel drop, Kingsfall drop. We already have a Kingsfall. We don't need one. We're probably not tanking on this character anytime soon, so we don't need a Gressel really. But we would go for it because it would be really good for our soloing set. So maybe next week, when we no longer, like, care about, you know, most of the, like, main spec Naxx loot, we can run Naxx and get, like, items for our soloing set, like a Gressel. Someone dying to Red Root. Oh, yeah, okay, hang on. Let's do this. Prediction. Start prediction. How many deaths to Void Zone on KT? We'll go 0, 1. Let's see, 0, Let's go. 0 to 1, 2 to 3, or 4 or more. Okay, and I'm gonna put, we got 1 minute till he spawns. I'm gonna give you guys 1 minute on the prediction, okay? So get your points in quick. 3 different options, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, sorry, wait, 0 to 1, 2 to 3, or 4 or more. Void zone deaths specifically. We're gonna look in the death log after the fight, okay? We're gonna look in the death log after the fight. This raid opted to do hard mode 3. That means you're allowed to roll on 2x main specs. I learned that earlier today. Yeah, Xanarch, I heard that too. That was a rule in one of my earlier groups. At least it was a rationale used by someone to roll main spec on an item that was definitely not their main spec. How many Void Zone deaths on 4 Horsemen? Consumption, Shadow Bolt, Holy Wrath, Holy Wrath, Holy Wrath, Holy Wrath. None. Okay. Here we go. Melees are not spread properly. Everyone is just hanging out. We're about to get raunched by a frost blast. I swear to God. There needs to be a left and a right stack. Shadow Fisher on Yikes. Yikes is now dead. I don't know if they died to the fat Shadow Fisher. We'll find out soon. Too slow on that kick. It'd be real awkward if I was one of the deaths to a Shadow Fisher. Alright. Mind controls are over. I think this is a safe time to press the Blade Flurry now. Oh, iced. Lost focus for just a second there. B-res, DPS, please, they're saying. Okay. Well, I'm not dead yet. Rippin pulling a little bit ahead of us. We might have to kick a little less so we can beat Rippin. It's important.
Master, I require aid.
Oh, Shadow Fisher. Yeah, that... Oh, no, it was a pet. Did we lose a player to that Shadow Fisher? There's another Shadow Fisher. Oh, wow. Wow. There's a lot more people moving out of Shadow Fishers than I really expected, to be honest. No, there might not be a single... I mean, there currently no one's dead. There were deaths before, and then they called for battle reses. Seger just died, the warrior. Can't really tell where I'm supposed to be. What do we got loot-wise? Phylactery, gem, slave maker, hammer. Remnants of Valor. Okay. Cool. Let's check the death log. Deaths. Void Blast. Yikes is dead to Void Blast. That's Shadow Fisher. That guy died to Starfall. Void Blast. That's 2 deaths to Void Blast. 3 and 4. 4 deaths to Void Blast. Okay, the 4%ers have it. 4 or more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep. Yep. Unlucky. Unlucky there. I'm gonna go take a screenshot next to Sapphiron's corpse. What tunes still need pieces out of Naxx after today? I mean, they all, like, need Gressel, right? Like, the only one that really needs Gressel is the Tank Rogue. But maybe I'll get a Scarlet Enclave weapon on Monday on that character and then not need Gressel anymore. Is Sapphiron Corpse gone already? Why is Sapphiron Corpse gone? No. Alright, maybe we could just take a cool screenshot right here. This is kind of a cool place to take a screenshot. See, the screenshot is for the YouTube thumbnail. Close enough. Was this raid fun? Yes, because I got loot. We got Slayer's Crest. And that made it all worth it. Actually, the raid, I can say the raid was definitely much more enjoyable than the previous one. Just in general. But yeah, we knocked out all 3 of our Naxxramas lockouts. Day 1 of the lockout. That, I don't think I've ever done that before. Ever done that in Season of Discovery before. We just jammed 3 raids in a row. GG on the trinket. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was good.